I believe a person is far more than what a resume tells us today. My role has always been about starting something from scratch. Nothing prepares you for the life of an entrepreneur. In a role as an employee, you have a JD. As an entrepreneur, you have a responsibility and ownership.
So today I have the pleasure to welcome a very inspiring guest called Saad Raja. Saad Raja came from Pakistan all the way to Saudi Arabia to find his dream here. He found a lot of opportunities in Saudi Arabia that he can tackle. And actually, I met him during a program for startups. And we met together. I found him very special in what he's doing. And let's talk about what he's actually doing. Saad, how are you?
I'm good, and thank you for having me. Very excited for the conversation.
So Saad, what are you building now?
That's a very good question. I think the vision is the fundamental belief that each one of us has a potential. It is our duty, or it is something that the education system owes to us, that we find that potential and achieve it. That means that we find meaningful work that fulfills us. And that is what I'm building, especially now that the future of work is moving and evolving continuously. So I'm working with early graduates, fresh graduates, in helping them find opportunities that map on their potential.
So how do you help them to find opportunities, or to find, what they really want before they even graduate?
Yes. So the first thing is that we profile them. Right. So we work with university career placement offices, and we start off by understanding that individual, not just through a static resume, not just through academic signals, but by holistic profiling. For example, their personality assessment, MBTI or DISC, something that happens afterwards, especially when they go find a job. This is something that happens. They go through personality assessment, they go through passion assessment, need assessment, culture fit assessment. We just have a more proactive approach to it.
You said culture fit assessment?
Yeah.
What do you mean about that? You're helping Saudis, right? Or
so this culture is specifically like workplace culture. What kind of organization would you want to work in, right?
Yeah.
Would you want to work in a startup, or an impact organization, or a more bureaucratic culture?
Interesting.
So what kind of a job would work well with how you operate as an individual? Do you like working remote? Do you like working with people, in person, hybrid? What is your next step? Are you looking for money? Are you looking for learning? What are your active needs? So I believe a person is far more than what a resume tells us today. And the resume was built with a very good intention. But over time, what has happened is now people are trying to fix the resume and not, find who they truly are. So they are under this imposter syndrome. And with AI, we've accelerated the process. So now they're focused on building a resume that actually conforms to the requirements of the ATS or the AI filtration, and undermining and underscoring the value of being genuine and authentic, and putting forward who they really are and fitting into the right roles, not just spraying and praying that they fit into every role and just find a job.
How does that work? Just get me through the process. Like, for example, you're assessing the candidate, or the people or the graduates, or before they even graduate. Just get me through the process.
If you are in your third year and you are going to be looking for internships in the summer, you are an ideal candidate for us. So that's your first interaction with the professional world. We enter through career placement offices. It's as simple as them creating an account on the system, and an invite is sent to every student in their university. They just have to upload a CSV, and an invite is sent. As a student, the first thing that you do is you upload all and everything that you have on yourself, about yourself. That means your academic transcripts, that means your certificates, that means any recommendation letter, anything that you believe is of value, and the system organizes that information. The second step is then you go through a personality assessment. We try to understand who you are. What is your personality type? The third assessment is your wish list, right? What
Okay.
kind of workplace are you looking for? What kind of a job are you looking for? What kind of challenges are you looking for in life? Where do you want to test yourself? And the last bit is mapping who you are to market intelligence. What is going to be relevant in your industry based on your experience, based on your personality, based on who you are? So, what are the career pathways that are going to be out there for you to actually start, and they're going to be relevant and not outdated and gone and replaced by something. So we give you that career pathway and an actionable step in terms of what do you need to do next. 1, 2, 3. Who are the people who can help you? What are the upskilling opportunities that will be available for you? So it is like a career co-pilot built for you based on who you are.
I think we had a discussion before. You never been to Saudi Arabia before thinking about building a venture here or starting or having a startup in Saudi?
I actually chose to come here in Riyadh. And about the background, look, so when I graduated, I even before graduating, when I was selecting my subjects in my degree program, so I did my education was in sciences. So I had all science subjects, and then I realized that I'm going to be a pathetic engineer and even worse doctor. And this was not a logical decision, by the way. I realized, and now that I recall, I had a cousin, and she was doing economics and finance, and the only source that I could reach out to, I called her, and she was like, "Economics and finance is fun," and I was like, "Okay, then I'll go for economics and finance." What I want, I don't know. What I know is that I will be not good at engineering or becoming a doctor. So that's how I landed in economics and finance. And I absolutely loved the program and the degree. And then when I graduated, I started off with conventional career in the corporate sector. So my first professional engagement was with capital markets and GlaxoSmithKline. Immediately when I
Working for
joined,
big banks, right? Big corporates.
yeah, so I
I
started off
remember
with,
our conversation.
yeah, I started off with GlaxoSmithKline. I worked for the central bank. I'm a founding member for Bank of China in Pakistan. I work with all these, big organizations. But at the same time, my role has always been about starting something from scratch, from 0 to 1. So Bank of China was setting up. I joined them. It was amazing. Food Panda, the bigger, which was acquired by Deliveroo, they were setting up the online food delivery platform backed by Rocket Internet. So I was part of the founding team, and I established, operations in the northern part of Pakistan. So if we take the brands out, I think my personal aspiration is always about solving problems. I don't like to be static. I don't like a life without challenges. I loved education, but I also thought that most of the not-for-profits are not solving the problem. If you need to solve the problem, you need to put in technology in it so that it is deployed at scale. And so when I was part of the European Union, there was this project called Learning Analytics Community for Exchange. I was an associate partner. That's where I discovered how technology is being integrated into education.
Yeah.
With Amal, so there were two problems. Number one, solving it at scale. So technology is the answer. Number two, money. Is there money to sustain yourself and devote yourself to this mission? And that is something that I learned, through entrepreneurship. So 10 years back, I established my first learning analytics company with the biggest university back home in Pakistan, LUMS.
Okay.
It's called Eddiy. It's still operational, Education Analytics. That's how I entered education technology. And that's how I started my journey. And it has been a bumpy ride, but today, we have solved for both. We are building technology at scale. And number two, it is sustainable. We have a revenue model.
You have experienced the corporate life and you built your own venture. So you know the life of startups. What is the difference?
There's a huge difference, to be honest. There's a huge difference. And I've learned it through experience. I've been part of these ventures of the online food delivery, but nothing prepares you for the life of an entrepreneur. You have to be one to actually know how it feels, because you cannot rely on anybody else. You are the person. Everybody is looking at you. You have to be the driving force. So there, you have to get used to uncertainty. You have to get used to things not working out, but at the same time, you have to get used to being consistent, showing up, putting that motivation into everyone, and making sure that the money comes in at the end of the day. So you're mission driven, but at the same time, you have to take care of everyone on the team as well.
But this is as an entrepreneur. Give me the difference between both of them from employee perspective.
You have that stability, you have a playbook, best practices. So every corporate over time has developed processes and playbooks. So you have a starting point. You have something to benchmark against, right? But as an entrepreneur, there is no playbook that is, meant for you. You take a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and some things from experience, and you create your own playbook, your own validation of hypotheses, the problem statements. In a role as an employee, you have a JD. As an entrepreneur, you have a responsibility and ownership. That's it.
The life of startup is, giving you a lot of lessons and then giving you a lot of experiences related to different areas, especially if you're talking about different departments. So I remember back to 2012, when I started to work at a startup in Egypt, I was involved in everything. I was actually managing sales and account management, but I was involved also in product management meetings. So I learned product management. At the same time, also I was setting was accounting. So I learned a lot about invoicing customers, P&L, a lot of things that I have learned from them as well. So this was the early stage. I'm just giving examples.
Yeah.
This was at the early stage. The marketing team, I sat with marketing team. I learned how to, do some paid ads in the early stage. And then I have learned a lot more later on. Life or your career at startup is so different.
Yes.
Makes you experience a lot of things.
Yeah.
Now, let's move to a very, unique question in this podcast. Why Saudi specifically?
I first came to Saudi.
For someone who's coming from outside of Saudi and this is your first time here, you built already your venture or you already built your business and it's already operational in your country, in Pakistan. And it's a great country, by the way. A lot of startups are growing from there to the world. I know that. A lot of tech minds who is really leading everywhere in the world. So what I mean here, from your perspective, what did you find special about Saudi? Because you have a lot of destinations around the world.
I think it's a mixture of ambition, the hunger, and the opportunity size, right? So as an entrepreneur, I love working with people who have the same drive, right? There's no limit to what they want to achieve. So if you look at how Saudi has evolved in the past few years, it is happening, what used to happen in years is happening in months. That is the kind of pace you want to associate yourself with as an entrepreneur. You want to get things done. You need to live with people who have a bias to action. And that is what you find here. Nobody tells you it can't be done, right? They're willing to sit with you and, work with you on how can we do it? Can we do it? So that's the first thing, right? I hate bureaucracy. I hate sitting with people. I don't enjoy sitting in conversations that lead to nowhere. I like action. And I think my first thought coming here, and I would give this credit to my friend who I met in an executive leadership program. We were both there and he told me that, oh, what you're building, it's very relevant to Saudi because we are experiencing that shift from public sector to private sector and public-private partnerships in education, in higher education, come to Saudi. And I was like, okay.
He's from Pakistan as well, right?
No, he's from Saudi.
Oh, he's Saudi.
He's a Saudi.
Okay.
He's a Saudi. And he was after me for the longest time. 6-7 months. We had this back and forth. And he was like, no, you have to come to Saudi.
Okay.
You have to. I even hosted him back home in Pakistan. He came for an official meeting there. And I was in touch with people working in EdTech here, right? Because I've been part of some global EdTech accelerators and in the innovation system, European Union did everything. But I never thought that, Saudi would be that opportunity. But he opened the door for me. And then I came in and I loved the direction, right? The hunger, the lack of red tape and people pushing towards getting things done. And I think every year it gets better. So when I wanted to select a market where we could develop Eddiy as an AI company, Saudi was naturally, the top choice. I just packed my bags and I didn't have everything sorted, to be honest. That's how I operate. Once I've made up my mind that this is what I want to do, I just believe in making things happen. So I landed. And I joined, before joining Antler, I already had conversations with the universities and, the ecosystem players, and I was already doing it. And which is something surprising as well. If people ask me that, people got to know about Leap after landing in Saudi. I have been attending Leap and all these conferences since 2022.
Well, actually, today I had a conversation with a friend. He's from UK, by the way, because I don't want anyone to understand me incorrectly, but the conversation was like that. He said very clearly, I have never seen another country anywhere in the world who is the government is ahead and pushing the private sector. So this is something I think we have sensed all the time.
I think you're actually right, because I draw a lot of comparisons with the Chinese, right? The Saudi pace and what I saw with the Chinese. When I was working at Bank of China, I was wowed by how they operate. And I can draw like similarities here in Saudi with how they are pushing. They are not letting the ecosystem be the limiting factor. It is the enabling factor here. It's the other way around. Like you said, the ecosystem is pushing you to stretch yourself more, right? To extract the best out of yourself. And they are not giving you any excuses that you can take for not doing that.
And where do you want to reach with Eddiy in Saudi?
I believe that whenever anybody thinks,
or outside Saudi anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the ambition is that anybody in a formal education stream, whenever thinks about career, he thinks about Eddiy. So Eddiy has to be their co-pilot for careers.
Since I'm building in HR tech and you're building in EdTech, why most of the VCs, if it's not all of them actually, they're afraid or sensitive from investing in EdTech and HR tech?
It's a very broad question, to be honest. But I would say, especially in this part of the world, emerging countries, I think health and education are two things that we immediately look at. Anybody who comes up with a problem that they want to solve, because we are a product of the system, so this is very personal to us. How we get jobs, how we get educated, and how education is tied to how much I can afford. And, that plays a role in my social status and, where I am placed and pushed and positioned in the market. The second question is then, it becomes difficult so a VC, you have to understand how investors operate, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
They operate on returns, ROIs. So you have to make sure, the ROI is there. Now, there could be an ROI component for impact. There is for profitability, for equity exit, right? So most investors out there, I'll try to narrow it down by saying targeting the right investors is very important. Unfortunately, there are not many success stories that these investors have that we can, relate to, set as role model and, then position ourselves. The second thing is the involvement of the public sector. When you are running something in education, either you're collaborating with the public sector or you're going in competition with the public sector. So collaboration has its own set of challenges, and competition definitely has another set of challenges, right? So because of the complexity, for a VC to find a route to exit or to get money, I think it becomes very clouded.
Tell me honestly, what do you feel right now? After, how long you been here?
In Saudi.
Since you started Eddiy. Eddiy started in Saudi, right?
Eddiy, the homework started in Pakistan. So the product development started there, but commercial operations started in Saudi.
So you've been here for how long?
So it is. So this is we are ending the second year here. So June it'll be 2 years for Eddiy in Saudi.
So what do you feel after those almost 2 years?
I think I feel more determined and happy. I think we're on the right track, and one of the reasons is because the assumption that it is the right market that's coming out to be true. So there's a fit, product market fit, as you would say. That product is fit for the market. We are getting good traction, and I think for me personally, it's mostly about doing things the right way. I don't want to fake it. I don't want to carry a fluff. I don't want to tell people that I have all sorted. I know it all. No, we don't. But we are figuring it out. We are working towards it, and that's what keeps us, motivated to get back to work every morning. And I think that's the best place to be.
So what is the most painful assumption that you heard about or thought about Saudi actually before you come, and then you came here and found the opposite or something different than what you thought?
To be very honest, all throughout my life, I have learned one thing, that I will not let my experience be influenced by somebody else's experience, right? So yes, when I decided that Saudi is the market, I got a lot of information. People were, volunteering information with regards to how difficult it is to fit in as an outsider, how critical it is to have your support system with your back-end operations outside Saudi. And there's a talent problem in Saudi. There's a culture problem with regards to what you want to do and at what pace you want to do. But like I said, when I landed here and saw everything for myself, I saw what was being done, what was happening, and where they would be in the next 2 3 years. I could see, I mean, simple observations. If you go to these events and you see local Saudi talent running around, taking, ownership and going the extra mile with the first principle thinking, approach, you are in the right space. You don't need anybody else to tell you, what will or what assumption will not hold, because you're on the ground and you can see it and you can feel it, right? So I believe there were multiple things about talent, about culture, about how business is done here, how it will take some time. There are some market realities, yes, and I think that's the beautiful part of Saudi Arabia as well, that it is growing, but it is not letting go of its culture.
What kind of channels I need to approach in order to, arrive here, start my startup here? Maybe some of entrepreneurs who are watching us, they have only the idea, nothing else. So give us the roadmap to Saudi Arabia.
I think there are many factors to it, but the first thing is that if you are planning a market access or market entry, you need to first do your homework with regards to the market, not your business, but with regards to the market itself, right? Where do you fit in? And then find a real local problem to solve. You cannot just bring something and, just push it in the market. If it's a problem that's local, if it's a problem that is real and exists in the market and you're solving for it, then you only have to figure out the how part.
But it doesn't mean that it will fit here. I mean, if you have already a problem who are you resolving successfully in your country, that doesn't mean that it's already existing here.
Yes.
Right?
And also, I now help founders, with their with their plans for Saudi, if they want to determine. And a lot of people approach me, right? Is Saudi the right market? The first assumption that they have is that Saudi Arabia is handing out free cash. And that's a red flag for me. If you, as an entrepreneur, all you're worried about is cash right now, and you have not figured out what are you going to do with that cash and how you're going to generate value,
you'll waste it.
It's wasted. It's a red flag. Then you're looking for a short-term gig. Business tourism, as I call it, right? You'll come, you'll go to these fancy, conferences, you'll speak at a few events, and then you won't call this place home unless you like the vibe, you like how, how Riyadh has its mornings and the evenings and the afternoons. If it does not resonate with you, I don't think you should think about Saudi Arabia.
So before we start recording this episode, you just said for me that you also help entrepreneurs, right, to come to Saudi Arabia through some kind of venture you're building as well?
Yes, so we do that. This is something that I experienced personally, to be honest. There is information available, but it's fragmented, right? There are a lot of good support available. So as a founder, you can save a lot of time doing the market research, getting to the right people, validating, doing your assessments before even you come. So for instance, a simple use case is I see a lot of people come to Leap and they don't come prepared. They get into the preparation mode after Leap. And I think that is just a waste of time. If you're coming for Leap, spend the 2 months before Leap preparing yourself. What are the problem statements you're bringing? What are the validation that you're seeking? What hypotheses you need? What data points? Who are the right people? Who do you want to speak to? You just don't want to be spending your time going stall to stall on Leap. Leap is huge. I mean, you need to know what do you want from the ocean. The ocean will never tell you. It has a lot of water, but what do you need? And I think that clarity is what led me to start talking about it in entrepreneur communities, start helping people understand how they can see if they qualify to come to Saudi Arabia, do the initial assessment, the competitive intelligence, the market research, the product localization. I started connecting them with experts in the industry here, asking them to speak to them. Just speak to them. A lot of what you think is not being done is already being done. So maybe you have people who do it already.
Saad, thank you so much for coming today. And it was really great pleasure to have this conversation with you. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the luck with Eddiy.
Thank you very much. It was wonderful talking to you. Had a lot of fun, and I hope the substance that you are trying to bring to these conversations and have real conversations. I hope that it resonates with your audience and people truly get the why behind this initiative of yours. I think that's the most important part. And something that I can endorse as well, the authenticity, the genuineness with which you are doing this. And I hope it finds its way to the right,
Yeah,
audience.
I hope so. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a
Saad.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.